Egyptian clothing, as were clothes from all ancient societies, was made from locally sourced materials. The Egyptian society was one of the earliest agricultural societies. That is why the ancient Egyptians wore light clothes made from linen. Linen is made from flax, a plant which was grown along the Nile. At the age of 6, women start to wear clothes. Status was important in ancient Egypt. The higher the position, the thinner the material. Unlike men, women wore more conservative clothes. They wore full-length, straight dresses with 1 or 2 shoulder straps, with very little sewing, if any. These dresses, depending on the period, would lie below the breast, but most often covered the chest. Regardless of what era, the material was always very simple and usually white. They liked the dresses to have a lot of style to them, such as pleating. In the Old Kingdom, they usually wore horizontal pleating, whereas, in the New Kingdom, it was generally vertical. During the Middle Kingdom, pleating was much more extensive. Sometimes it would be horizontal with vertical pleating overlapping. How they achieved this pleated look is unknown. During the New Kingdom period it became fashionable for dresses to be pleated or draped. Occasionally women would have feathers and beading across the chest area, but mostly the cloth was bare. They decorated their clothes with details using feather, embroidery, sequin and pieces of jewelry to make them more attractive to the gods and headdresses. Jewelry was extremely important. Status was often portrayed through the style of jewelry one wore. Ancient Egyptian women believed jewelry made them appear more appealing to the gods, so even the poor women in the Egyptian society adorned themselves with as much jewels as they could. They often wore bracelets, necklaces, rings, fanciful buttons, earrings, neck collars, and pendants. The higher class a person was, the more gold and precious gems they would use in the making of the jewelry. The most common gems were turquoise, a greenish-blue gem, lapis lazuli, a brilliantly bright blue gem, and carnelian, a smooth reddish-brown stone. The lower class would still decorate in lots of bulky jewelry, although they used pottery beads or glassware for decoration rather than gems.